if everything went well with the download of the Java Development Kit and IntelliJ, you should now be at a spot where you see a screen like this. You will not see projects on the left-hand side if you've just installed IntelliJ. When it first launches, that program list is blank because you haven't created any projects. Here on this part of the screen, you can see you can create a new project. You can import a project if you had all the files on your local computer. Or one thing that I love is that you can actually just check out from version control. So when you give me your GitHub URL to your private repositories, I actually just click on that link and I'll paste it. I can go to Git and I can paste the link right in here, and I say clone, and it downloads the files for me. So everything that you have in GitHub goes right into my computer, and then it gives me instant access so that I can easily run your programs, debug your programs, help you with things, and give you some insights. Now, a lot of developers don't like having a bright background. I think that's because many of us are nocturnal and work in the middle of the night, so we prefer a dark background with white letters. So you can easily configure this if you go to Configure, Settings, and up here you can see under Appearance, where the theme right now is IntelliJ. This is the default IntelliJ theme. If you go to Darkula, say Apply, it starts to apply it kind of in stages. I don't know why it takes a little bit, but you can see it's starting to move towards this pattern. And just to test out that your IntelliJ and your JDK installed, let's create a new project. Just a little hello world. Now, when it first launches, the project SDK may be blank. It may say no SDK, in which case you would have to say new, and you would navigate. So your C drive on Windows, program files, Java, and then you would just go to whatever JDK you've installed. So in our case, we installed this 1402. Say OK, and that becomes the software development kit for your project. And you can see there's several different options here. I'm going to do a Java program. We will also work with Java FX in this course. We will not be working with Spring or some of the other J2ME options, but we will work with Java FX, and we will look at Android Builder as well. So I'm going to click on Next, and then you have the option you can create the project from a template, and you can see they've got a couple different templates here. I'm just going to say Next, and we'll give it a name like Hello World. I've already got some Hello Worlds, but the other thing is you can set up your project location. So let's set up an easy to find location. So let's see what I got here. I'm going to go let's go down to, I'm going to put this under my desktop. So I'm going to go Desktops, and then I can add a new folder. And in here, I'm going to say comp 1011. Say OK. So now we have the folder. And say OK. And let me just do that, I think. And now it's going to create the project for us. And you'll see IntelliJ, when it launches, it comes up with a lot of tips. You can deselect it if you don't like the tips. I actually find a lot of them are pretty handy, so I tend to read them from time to time. And here's our project structure. We have the .idea directory. That's all the files that IntelliJ needs to set up your project. And we're going to put our files under the source directory. So I'm going to right-click. Whoops. Sorry about that. I'm going to right-click and say New, Java class. And we're going to call this one Hello World. And in here, we'll add our main method. And you can see I just did SOUT, and boom, it gives us the full print statement, which is really nice and handy. And we'll just say Hello World. And to run our program, I click on Run. It's building, it's parsing, and the console will open down below. We can see our hello world. So there you have it. Nice and easy to work with. So I hope you really enjoy working with IntelliJ.